What I wanted to talk briefly this morning about was the cash manager rule strategy, what we're doing there, and we have got a strategy about modernisation, moving to the cloud, so that we can address this need of any device anywhere, which is a growing one amongst our farming community. We also needed to work on this area of intuitive design, make it a wee bit easier, and most importantly having data just arrive. It's kind of what people are expecting these days. We feel there are different views for different purposes. You've got all the farm activity, and there's the whole cash manager rural world, which I believe most of you pretty understand, but it is very centric about the farmer and what farmers need and want. And there's definitely this whole farm accounting view, which you know all about. And the challenge is, well, how do we actually get these worlds living a wee bit closer together? So as I say, the cash manager world is about planning and what I call tactical farm management. Your world is all about the accounting and the compliance and those other things. And what we've got to work out is how we move together there. In 2009, we added the synchronization framework. So the data now is synced up to a cloud database, and you can go to any PC that has Cash Manager on it and see that data. In recent months, we've been adding to that and adding a new website at the moment, cashmanagerrule.co.nz. Because what we can do in that website, as you can see in this diagram, is that the data that's been entered in Cash Manager Rule is synced up to that cloud, and then we can view reports, we can see all sorts of things from that website from the same data. That starts to bring this any device anywhere, and it also brings in the ability to be able to see several farms at the same time. We're also working with a whole lot of agriculture companies like FarmMax and FarmIQ, so we can share information with them, and that's becoming a reality in the cloud world. Moving that data through into your practice general ledgers. And last but not least is this area of getting information into the likes of Dairybase, which is very close, where we can do some provisional reporting out of Dairybase. So we can do that about this season.
So many of you know that we've been in the farming business for several decades now. We've been making software that meets the financial planning needs and more of farmers for over 30 years. And it's with confidence that we can say we've learned a lot about the issues that farmers face and that we know farming through all that we've learned over the years. We are the tool of choice for New Zealand farmers. We assist our clients in managing an approximate 10 billion in annual turnover. This is a very impressive number that shows our farming clients take their financial planning and management seriously. And we are keenly aware of the fact that the technology landscape is changing. And there's a lot going on in the industry, even in the coming months and year. Farmers are increasingly doing their banking online. They are walking around the farm with one of these. They're referring to reports and digital dashboards in the milking shed out in the farm on a portable device. They're increasingly using automated data collection tools in the paddocks, in the yards. So automating that data collection and gathering information easily and seamlessly is upon us. So needless to say, to adapt our product to these changes, we've been a bit busy. Our development team has tripled. We have adopted web technology in-house. As Brian mentioned earlier, we released a new version of our access and permissions website a few months ago. So managing access and new user permissions has never been easier. But not only do we now have web technology in-house, we can actually expand upon that, and we now have the platform to grow into the future. So we've also been busy adopting modern development practices that allow us to deliver quickly and seamlessly. So we can go from a whiteboard session and a concept to product design and wireframing and testing and verification, all in a period of a few weeks, and deploy the changes to our website without any disruption to any clients whatsoever. So the web is our future. The web browser is where we're going. We are taking that cash manager rule functionality that's accessing that same cloud-based data and allowing access from our website. We have a very ambitious set of projects ahead of us to bring that functionality into the browser. Being in the browser gives us a lot more flexibility and mobility moving forward. Being in the browser means that you can access from any computer, anywhere, anytime, any platform. You can access reports on an Apple computer. We have quite an ambitious task ahead of us. We also are modernizing our product, as Brian mentioned earlier as well, which means we're working in all product areas simultaneously, so the transition to the browser will be smooth and won't be disruptive. We have two tenets in our development that we're really standing by. The first is that transaction handling will be simple and intuitive. We'll reduce that manual overhead that goes with transaction handling now. And another tenet is making a plan and revising a plan will require very minimal effort. And to do this, we've engaged top-notch experts in the field of usability and UX engineering to help us with that user-centric design and focus. So for you accountants in the room, we have a solution for the GL underway. Basically, the bottom line is we want to make your job easier. We want to take away that manual overhead and transaction handling work that you spend so much time on and change your client relationship to more value-based discussions about growing your business, setting a plan, reaching that plan. So we want to reduce that manual data handling, and we want to provide a seamless and integrated solution that allows you to take transactions from Cash Manager Rural and seamlessly send them to your GL of choice, anywhere from a periodic monthly compliance process to year-end accounts. So in the short term, I have a couple tools that I just want to preview with you today. First is our Send to GL functionality. Select your GL of choice, set it up once, and it will be set up against your client database from then on. So at the push of a button, you can actually review and send monthly batch transactions periodically to your GL. So no manual file transfer, no exporting. It's all just available in the web from any computer. Without launching Cash Manager Rural, you can access those transactions for your client's database and send them seamlessly to your GL of choice. We're also allowing you to manage your code mapping more easily via the web. Anytime coding changes throughout the financial year, you can actually update that code mapping and it will apply that change from that point forward to all transactions. Again, outside of Cash Manager Rural in the website, allowing you much more oversight and catching those coding mistakes earlier rather than at the end of year compliance when you have so much work to do. Another very important project we have underway are web integrations, which will allow us to capture transactions from the source. We're expanding our automated feeds beyond the ANZ Direct Access and the Farmland CRT feed that we already have in place. Via the web, we're going to be expanding to all banks, traders, and rural suppliers. And transactions are going to just arrive, be automatically coded, and ready for use and planning. This removes a lot of reliance on the farmer to be in the office entering in that data themselves, or the reliance on you at the end of the year entering that data in yourself. All of this saves time, so you can actually spend your time on what matters most, which is growing the business and setting a plan and achieving that plan. And of course, by getting more valuable, accurately coded information from the source, this will make an easier transition to your GL chart of accounts. We now have the ability, and this is an innovation that was possible in the web that we did not have before, to consolidate multiple farm properties and multiple GST entities into one single report. We're calling this suite of reports Consolidated, and they have 3 different flavors. What we're looking at here is the total bank balance report for multiple farms. So as you can see at a quick visual glance, you can see how your bank balance is tracking across all farms in your farm business, your large farm portfolio. all available via the web at the push of a button. If you have access to these portfolios, you can see these reports. The next view in the consolidated report is our summary overview. This is a very good advisory board or governance board report, which gives you a comparison across all properties in the portfolio. You can look at your category codes or even drill down to the extended code detail level and see how your financial performance is tracking across all properties. Again, this is available on any computer without Cash Manager Rule installed. And the final view that we are launching with wider release is our monthly consolidated cash flow, which allows a month-over-month comparison to see how the entire farm business is tracking the entire financial portfolio. So these are really incredible, innovative reports, and we have had a lot of really great feedback, especially as farms are growing and incorporating more advisory board and governance level users. These reports are very useful for your quarterly reviews, AGM meetings, even a monthly planning with your farm managers. We are surfacing several of the most popular single farm reports from Cash Manager Rule into the web. First one that is now live in our production website today is our basic cash flow report, month-over-month performance for one single database. The great thing about these reports is that they're much more interactive, and you can actually isolate quickly to one category code or extended code and roll over and highlight the column that you're looking at. So all the benefits of being in the web, much more usable and intuitive.